joining. Can everybody hear me? Yes. So my name is Aylin. I came from all the way from Istanbul, Turkey. And when I was thinking about how to introduce myself, my background to you, trying to look like, I realized that I knew you could do it out in the water. I realized that there are so many abbreviations. I realized that there are a lot of abbreviations in my background associated with numbers. I'm a professional certified coach by International Coach Federation, ICF. I'm also certified by Adler International Canada. I have been coaching for 5 years. I have been coaching teams, leaders, and I also mentor coaches who want to become ICF certified. Before I became a coach, I had 15 years experience in finance. I started as a management trainee, and guess where? In HSBC. And then I climbed up the ladder to become a CFO. And I also lived in New York, worked for 5 years. I did MBA, I studied full-time, worked full-time. And I fell in love with the transformational power of coaching. And as I said, love, I have been married for 2 years, and I have 2 lovely kittens. So that's all about me. I hope it wasn't too boring for you.
No, not at all.
And today I'm here with you to share my leadership insights in the new era of Industry 4.0. Do you know how did the Industry 4.0 emerge?
From Industry 3.0.
Sorry?
From Industry 3.0.
So it emerged 6 years ago in Hanover, Germany, when Prime Minister Merkel asked academicians to look for new ways of closing the gap between cheap labor countries and low labor countries. Because the gap was so huge that it was almost impossible to close it by doing things better. They need to do things differently. So academicians look back in the history and they realized that only a revolution could do it. And they also noticed that all 3 industrial revolutions were made by one big innovation. One big innovation that caused a disruptive vision. The first one was steam engine, the second one was electricity, and the third one was computer. May I leave that? I'm so uncomfortable. I'm gonna try to speak louder, okay? And when the first industrial revolution started with the steam engine, daily life changed forever. People started to work in the factories, new economies opened, they diversified, and the overall quality of life changed tremendously. With electricity, assembly lines and mass production came into our lives. And with the third one, computer automation made automation possible. Especially with the second and the third ones, the world became united with trading skills and services. And finally, Internet of Things, which is already changing the rules of the game in many sectors, made way to the fourth industrial revolution. And what Internet of Things does, it connects Internet to anything where a connection can be established. For example, to factories, to cars, clothes, and even to our coffee machines at home. And the ultimate goal in Industry 4.0 is to create smart ecosystems. From the production perspective, it means that automated smart systems will be used in the entire production cycle from the start to the end in the value chain. Various machines will communicate with each other and they will coordinate what needs to be done and point of time. And also, smart, intelligent products will carry on all information with them. And they will let machines know that which individual operation is necessary only. So in the future, we will be dealing with very smart resources and products. This is where the industry is going. So what makes it so important? It is important because it's going to change how we live, how we work, and even how we coach. That's why I will go on by exploring main impacts and challenges of Industry 4.0, especially on leadership concept. I will talk about what kind of leadership definition this new era requires. And finally, I'm going to share my leadership insight and leadership model with you to support leaders today so they can overcome the challenges of Industry 4.0. So there are lots of information about what Industry 4.0 really brings. Actually, it brings three main differences. The first one is big data. So organizations have been collecting data on a selection basis so far. With Industry 4.0, they will be able to collect all accessible data internally and externally without any limitations. So the data becomes the big data. And this will provide deeper insights about productivity, product and service development, customer engagement, customer experiences, and anything you can think of we need data for. So this is big data. And secondly, all this big data will be provided in real time, which will enable us to take real-time decisions and real-time actions. This is important to be agile in this very complex world. And lastly, connectivity. Internal or on-premises connectivity will be replaced with hyper-connected world. So this will make all organizations part of a network. And in this network, we will have a greater view of the world we are operating in. So we will better be able to understand the data we generate and be better able to benefit from the insights it feeds us. So this is the summary of all Industry 4.0 that I can see. And did you hear about the Tom tribe members? Tom? No, he's not a member of the tribe. This is the youth in Japan that works their thumbs at work. So the research proved that the most powerful, muscular, and resourceful finger they have is their thumbs. So Industry 4.0, this revolution, is even mutates us. In addition to mutation, I see 7 more important impacts, especially it's making the leadership concept. First, the big data brings so much information about each and every client that customization is inevitable. It's also changing the nature and the pace of the innovation. And it's proven that innovation does not live in the eureka moments of individuals anymore. Instead, it lives in the social networks. So innovation is becoming collective. And because now we need so much creativity and skills, new skill jobs is appearing, such as 3D designers, data scientists, network engineers, and these people, with these new skilled people, low skilled jobs will disappear. So people won't do any jobs that's harming their health or any mechanical jobs that are dangerous to their health. So low skilled jobs are disappearing. These new skilled employees They will be mostly mobile. That's why they will need new structures, business models, and new procedures. And they will still be wanted to be valued, and they will still want to be feel in the company premises. They still want this feeling. There will be so many real-time decisions that needs to be taken. So all these decisions, real-time, will be made by the teams, which will require more and more information sharing. And this will create organizations to be more horizontal. With connectivity, social learning will be possible through collaborative work, such as crowdsourcing. For example, for a product development, you are going to present a project to the crowd. You are going to ask them to contribute with their knowledgeable parts, and then you are going to empower them to take the best course of action. And connectivity is already blurring the borders between work time and leisure time, creating a new work-leisure time. And lastly, with social media, mobility, everything is on display. So this requires organizations to be more reliable, transparent, and genuine. So this is the last impact that I'm seeing Industry 4.0 is making to leadership and organizational development. And of course, all these impacts are challenging today's leaders. And IBM CEO study result is not a surprise because 1,500 CEOs globally answered this study, and they are putting the pace of the change and the complexity of the challenges to the top of future leadership challenges. And they will go on with the information overload that the big data brings, the interconnectedness of systems and business communities, the dissolving of traditional organizational boundaries, new technologies disrupting old work practices, and with increasing globalization, leading across cultures than ever before. Plus, new generations entering into the workforce with very different values and expectations. So, good luck to today's leaders. So, all these impacts and challenges prove that new era really needs a new definition of leadership, because Industry 4.0 is challenging the current notions of hierarchy and leadership in a very unique way. So, what do I mean with how is leadership going to transform? So far, we were all very busy with developing leaders individually, and New Era won't let any individual to overcome all these challenges by his or herself. And the IBM study results also shows that 50% of the CEOs say that they distrust their ability to overcome this complexity. So, just as brains become smarter as the number of neural connections increase, organizations who connect their parts, social parts, to other networks, to each other, and create a collective leadership will become more smarter. And what do I exactly mean with collective leadership is? Leadership will be distributed in the networks. It's not going to be authority or position related. So anybody can be a leader in this network. That's why it's not going to be hierarchical, and it's not going to be one way just from top to down. It can be from any direction. It can be from down to top, peer to peer, from every direction in the network. That's why it's going to be more dynamic than it's static. And all this dynamism in the system, in the network, will shift the focus from organization to the network. Because in the network, all the stakeholders will have different aspects of the reality. And we will need all these aspects to make right decisions, real-time decisions, and to respond to future expectations of our customers. And to be able to do that, they won't be able to compete because they are all in the same ship. So they will be more collaborating. That's why being powerful individually will not mean anything. We will need to empower, they will need to empower each other in this system. So, how appealing is collective leadership? It's not appealing?
Yeah, I think it is actually, because leader, I mean, traditionally people have always thought that leader is an individual. Now to go from that to considering a group of people to be leading, a lot of things will change. And even the group of leaders, they might have power struggles between themselves as well. So those will cause more challenges for the organization and for the team that they're leading. Who will take what part of the leadership? They might have conflicts as well between themselves.
Yes, they will. And still we are having, even though we have an individual leader, we have a lot of So we will need to sort out how it's going to work. And let's see if I go on, it's going to help us to maybe create a new evidence or new insight on how collective leadership may work. I see a transition period from individual to collective leadership. It's not going to change day two. And I believe in the meantime, leaders will need to have 3 more qualities to support them to overcome the challenges they are facing right now. And the first one is digital smart. What I mean with digital smart, I'm not talking about just technology, or I'm not talking about accessing to the best technology. What is digital smart is having a broader vision of how the innovation and intelligent business solutions will transform the existence of organizations, alliances, and even the networks we are operating in right now. So, digital smart leaders need to have a learner mindset, which means they need to have the desire and the ability to take on new and different challenges. For instance, India's Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, leads the digital vision of India to deliver citizen services, remote healthcare, virtual education. And if this vision is successfully implemented, it's going to transform how the governments, citizens, organizations interact with each other. And it's going to create an abundance value. So this is digital smart. Futuristic smart. Unlike traditional business leaders, futuristic smart leaders do not just rely on past experiences or on today's facts, because hindsight, what we know from the past, does not lead to the foresight anymore. So, futuristic smart leaders need entrepreneurial mindset. They need to have imagine a desired feature and how to get there. So futuristic smart leaders are more intuitive. Ambiguity is not a disadvantage for them. It's an opportunity to look for new possibilities, question the status quo, and ask the question, what if? So, this is futuristic smart. As an example, think about WhatsApp. It left a giant Siemens behind on the market value. And what makes this company so smart is not only to respond to important demand changes of their clients, but also expect their future needs and develop solutions accordingly. So this is what is futuristic smart. And lastly, co-opetition smart. This is a new word, at least when I heard it was a new for me. It is a combination of competition and collaboration. So it is competitors pooling their resources, knowledge, and their skills together, either to create a value for each party or to co-create something very new that is not invented before. And competition smart leaders need abundance value, abundance mindset, sorry. What is abundance mindset? It is having the belief that there is enough for everyone, including those who are very different than I am. If leaders believe that if they want to collaborate with their competitors, they need to believe that they will have enough and even more. So this is competition smart. So how will we support leaders to create these complex qualities of thinking and most importantly being? Because all these mindsets, they're all new and it needs a shift in awareness, which coaching can help. Coaching closes the gap between knowing, in this context, leadership, and being able to do it. And here is how, according to my model. Digital smart leaders need learner mindsets, which means they need to be flexible and adaptive. We as coaches can support leaders to question their assumptions that are holding them at their current stage for digital world, whatever the assumptions they are. Evaluate their assumptions and decide whether to keep them or create new ones that is going to help them to adapt the possibilities of Industry 4.0. And the second one is futuristic smart. Futuristic smart leaders need entrepreneurial mindset. That's why they need to be curious and innovative. Just like children who are surviving in this very complex world by asking never-ending questions, making new connections, creating, learning, and growing. We can support leaders to do the same. They can get in touch with their creative skills, develop ideas, and go after those ideas as entrepreneurs. And lastly, competition smart leaders need integrity and maturity, because abundance mindset means that. Why do they need to show integrity and maturity? Because they need all the stakeholders in the networks to trust in them, to be able to share their resources with them. consideration, and they need to be mature enough to stop saying me only, and they should start saying, any guesses? You, we can. So that's why that's the end of my presentation.